is the first journal. This one is a wire-bound journal, and this was made using Maggie Holmes paper and ephemera as inspiration, and the fabric I had from my existing stash, so I wanted to use it up. This one is a notebook and sketchbook. There's the back, there's the spine, and I've made this a pocket in the front, and this one comes with this pen, but just a little fake foliage there. And then I made this myself. It's a number 2 pencil, but the end, instead of an eraser, it actually has a paintbrush, and it's just held with glue and washi. So I thought that was a great idea. And on the spine here, you'll see I've added this little butterfly that goes with the color scheme, as well as these little flowers. And they're all attached with the little safety pins, so you could move them around if you wanted to. Tie closure. So when you open it up, this is my favorite piece or paper from the Maggie Holmes collection, and it was really the inspiration for everything, and it's a peacock. Made a little pocket using vinyl tablecloth, cutting it down and then cutting it at the diagonal. It's a washi flower with a 3-dimensional bug. Journal card, and then what I did was I used the Maggie Holmes cardstock and I sewed watercolor paper on it. This is really thick, cold press Strathmore watercolor paper. Here is a pocket, and you can see I've attached the little baubles there, but a ruffled trim with another 3-dimensional sticker. And the pocket can be accessed through the top here. So if you wanted to, you can place a little note in there, something you want to hide. And Amity Bloom just recently came out with a tutorial on how to make a postcard, and so I followed her tutorial. It's not perfect, I didn't have the stamp perfect, but I thought it was really cute, and I stamped using Maggie Holmes stamps as well. So thanks Amity Bloom for that tutorial. I'll link that below as well. So this is lined. It's just plain lined paper, notebook paper. And then the next pocket is here. You have a journal strip, journaling card, and then this is a larger journal card. But what I did was I added vellum to it. It's hard to see, but I added vellum to it, so maybe you could type on it or use a micron pen. And these are really cool. They're time cards that I found at my local antique store. I put the fabric on it, but then on the back here I sewed on this 110-pound cardstock, so you could stamp and color it. You could probably use Prismacolors as well. I would not suggest watercolor unless if it's light watercolor. Sorry about the noise, we live on a busy street. And so lots of pockets here again at the very top as well of these. Here's the back side. A belly band with a journal card. This is a little treat bag here. Another tag. And then the pocket behind, so you could place something behind or inside. And this is washi tape from the Maggie Holmes collection. And then here is your sketch paper. The back here, added a doily, another card. This time with this tag I added actual cardstock, so you could draw on that or journal on it. And there's the back. Larger journal card. And more lined paper. And then the back, I embossed this treat bag here. This is the paper collection from Maggie Holmes. I cut off the strip and added it here. I just thought it was a nice touch and a nod to Maggie Holmes because she's so amazing. And so this is a pocket, and here's a tag. Here's the actual cardstock pack cover that I cut down because it's really thick. I'll wait for the truck to pass. Our road isn't that busy, but we live near a park and a lake, and so there's construction at the lake right now, so it's a weekend. I don't know why. Anyways, that, you can make that as a bookmark, use that as a bookmark. And then just some strips here that I've tucked in. And there's the back. It's tie closure. And if I didn't show it, here's the butterfly and the flowers. So this is one journal, and you'll notice the strips are ruffled, and it includes everything that you see. The second one, which is my favorite, and I'm having a hard time getting it up, is this one, using the same fabric color scheme. However, this one I made as a hardcover front and back, and the spine is an open spine concept, so you can see the 3 signatures here, and this is what's holding the signatures in. It's not perfect. There wasn't any tutorial or anything, and I wanted to do this, so I just tried it. It's really sturdy. There's batting in between, really stiff batting. So anyways, that is the back. Spine. The front, this is a wood frame and an embroidered bird patch. Again, I've added the bird and the flowers, and this is also a tie closure. This one's a chunky monkey, and it's because of all the embellishments I added, so you can remove it if it's too chunky. Oops. Alright, this is my favorite right here, the paper pad. You saw that in the other one, but this is just my absolute favorite paper of all. 2 journaling cards. Again, I made the pocket. Here is the watercolor card. I think I may add a poem right here. I'm going to type it on a piece of paper and washi tape it there, and if you don't like it, you can remove it. It's a poem about spring. It's a really good poem. And tabs. I've stamped on this, and this is a 3-dimensional bird. It's so cool. I added some Mother Goose pages in here because I love the illustration. Some pages I've stamped. You have coffee dyed paper. There's the stamp. I used a really light color. I wanted to use spring colors. And there's a lot of pages in this book. Some pages I gessoed over it and stamped it so that you could paint here if you wanted to, or sketch. Watercolor paper. Here's a template stamp, a lace line, and then I stamped that. Bright cherry yellow orange. Square typing paper. Oh, this glue. Watercolor paper. Here's a template stamp, a lace line, and then I stamped that. Bright cherry yellow orange. Square typing paper. Oh, this glue. Here, I took my personal journal that I had. This is handmade paper, and each of these signatures has this set, and it's a nice, really thick, creamy handmade paper. I love the deco edges. And just a page with lines for journaling. Glassine bag with a large journaling card. More watercolor paper. Ledger paper, and this is a pocket, and I made this little tag, so you can actually pop up these parts right here, so it makes it 3-dimensional, and then I figured you could probably journal something right there, but you can just flatten it and put it back into the ledger paper then. Ledger pocket. The belly band with the journaling card. Again, I made another postcard. And then another bookmark. Here's the second signature. Watercolor paper. Here's a pocket. I'm in love with it. I can't believe I don't have anything to put in there. Let me find something here. Let's see this journal card. So this pocket is from Crafter's Companion. It's a die. It didn't cut all the way through, but I kind of like how it left some of that in there.
So it adds interesting basic characters with the pocket, and it's a really deep pocket, so you can add quite a few things there.
And put that in here. How's that? I think that's perfect. Watercolor paper. Another glassine bag. This is a peacock die I had. Again, it didn't cut all the way through, but I still liked the effect. So I only used washi tape to adhere it, so if you wanted to give it as a card, you could just remove the washi tape right on the inside and give that away. I love the signature, and I left the tails long, but you can cut it if you want. Gesso both sides. This is kind of a 3 divider pocket, and I just stapled it on the side, so you can always remove it if you want. Glassine bag, or I'm sorry, treat bag. Tag, doily. Watercolor. I like this effect where I would put the gesso on, and while it's wet, I'd lightly place the pages together and peel it back. And then so it pulls some of the paper away, and I kind of like that effect. There's that pocket, and this one's a flip out, so if you open it up, there's another pocket here with a bookmark. I left that spot open for you, as well as this spot, so you can journal if you wanted to. And the last signature, and I also love this paper as well. Pockets, drawing card, double doilies, stamped Maggie Holmes, another pocket there. Humpty Dumpty and more watercolor paper. Glassine bag. Here is the hand-pressed, handmade paper again. Treat bag, journal tag, tag, another tag. It's a pocket behind, so you can tuck it in, tuck things in as well. I wanted to leave this naked and just add embellishments that you could remove and pockets, so you can really have the opportunity to journal in here, make it a glue book, a flow journal, however you want to use it. I didn't want to add too many things, and here's my favorite paper again with washi tape, and it's a flip out. And there's 2 pockets here, so you can see there's this pocket, and then there's this pocket, which I've included more journal tags for you. And then this is a floating laminated card, so it could be basically your writing board or your stamping board, or if you're painting or something. So it creates a really nice hard surface. And I love this paper, that's why I left it like that. And then I added this pocket here. So I love this journaling card. Isn't that cute? And then there's the sticker in there. And then there's another one right here. So anyways, I just put that on the back. And then on the back cover here, you have a pocket with these 2 journaling cards. And then the time card. And in this time card, I added this vellum, Love Makes Everything Grow. And on this side, I actually sewed more watercolor paper. So you can watercolor something there and use that. I like that idea. I thought it was really cool. So anyways, here is this journal. If you enjoy the flip through on these 2 journals, they will be listed in my Etsy shop. Link will be in the description below.